William from Paranormal Safety New Class. Pen is huge.
Thank you.
So scary bucks is the circus in the Scare Fest 2011. And the pen is huge.
I'm Paranormal Investigator Chris Denman, and the pen is huge.
I'm John Tenney, anomalistic researcher from Realm of the Weird, Paranormal State, the new class, and believe me, the pen is huge.
Dirty, Jesslyn, and PEN rocks Paranormal Hot Squad style. Hot Squad out.
Thank you, lady.
Hi, I'm Regina Harney. I'm the author of Courage of Vampire and PEN Rocks.
Welcome to DNS Live Wednesday night. It's been kind of a crazy day at DNS today, but I'm trying to keep my head up. I'm a sport. So let's get through some announcements here, and then we're going to get on with Laura. So we have an announcement to make. Actually, I have an announcement to make that we made on the DNS page. I was last week named the newest NPS rep. Actually, we've added one more since then. I'll tell you who that is in a minute. But I'm now one of the new NPS reps, so that's been kind of keeping me busy. I'm kind of watching the page and helping the website grow and getting submissions in for that. So you guys, if you're not members of the NPS, send me a message. We'll get you added. There's a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe for that and for the website. I'm also the department chair of photography for the NPS, so I kind of get to dabble in one of my little interests and learn a little bit more and look at some photographs and start learning a little bit more, especially when we're looking at dorbs and forbs and orbs, quote unquote. So that'll be interesting. So if you've got some photos to be looked at, get them to me. We'll take a look at them. We'll also have some resources and some links put on the website. We're trying to really beef it up right now, so you guys be looking for that. We are also doing something here for the local people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. August 10th at 6 o'clock, we're going to be hanging out at Max Grill in Arlington. And if you're familiar with Six Flags Mall in the Boneyard, we're actually going to be directly across the street from that location. And we're going to be doing what we're calling the Paranormal Spirit Hunt. And we're going to be taking care of some spirits that we actually can see with our eyes. So we're talking some vodka and that type of stuff. So we're inviting everybody out so you can do a meet and greet with other paranormal teams, meet some local investigators in the area, and just come out and have a good time. We don't get to cut loose very much and enjoy each other's company. So we're putting something on to make that happen. I'm also wanting to make the announcement that our old Yoakum Hospital public investigation has been canceled. we had our rate was doubled on us, which meant that our charity, which was going to be Kids, for those of you here locally know about the passing of Kid Craddock, we were actually going to support his organization, and the raise in the fee just didn't give us enough to donate like we wanted to, so we did cancel that event. Wanted to make sure everybody knew about that. And last but not least, we are hooking up with Texas Ghostly Gatherings with Annette over there. Here locally is a meetup group to do some stuff with her and kind of push some things going with her. So you guys give them a look up. They're on Facebook, Texas Ghostly Gatherings, TGG, and they are also on the meetup group page. So be looking for that as well and get in touch with Annette and hook up with that group. They've got some awesome stuff coming up. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Miss Laura. How are you, Laura?
I am good. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you for being on. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, to say the least.
Boxes, aren't you?
Oh, man. I am surrounded by boxes.
I don't know what to do for the next, couple of weeks now, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a very exciting time for me. I will tell you that.
That's good. For those of you that don't know, Laura owns Resurrection Talent, which is an awesome agency, and they've got some huge events coming up. They've got one that I'm hoping I get to make it down to. It looks like the schedule may free up for me to come down for the November event. I'll let you talk about that in a minute. And then she's also busy with something really new called Art to the Bone, so we'll talk about that as well. So, Laura, tell us kind of how Resurrection Talent got started and how long you've been running that business, and tell us a little bit about the talent you've got signed on.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I actually got involved with the paranormal field, as a whole, because my daughter's father was killed. It'll be 6 years this August.
Wow.
And my daughter was being spiritually attacked. I mean, we have physical pictures of her with bruising that were not done by any living person. And I needed to educate myself. So I ended up becoming friends with a lot of people out here that have teams and stuff, and I ended up going to StuCon 2 at Linda Vista Hospital, and I met Mr. Dan Guthrie of Haunted Entertainment. And
with Dan, I love that man.
Well, we became partners with Haunted Entertainment, and how I'm a control freak, to say the least. So, there was some ideas that I wanted to push forward, and he didn't want. We had our differences, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. So I ended up branching off onto my own with Resurrection Talent about a year and 2-3 months ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I've been extremely blessed with an amazing group of people, and that would include the Booth brothers and. Bill Bean, Carl Johnson, and the list goes on and on. I don't know if you want me to name every single one of them, but I've got, yeah, but I have a couple of new teams that I've actually signed. I have not yet to announce. One is Twisted Paranormal, which I'm really excited about. They're out of Virginia. Hey, there's a man behind you. Is he
know.
real?
Did you see? Dean actually makes an appearance on DNS every now and then. It's like we should have a tattoo shop coming up. He wants to come in here and show his ink too.
Ah, look out now. No, but and then there's this other team that I have that I've signed on, and I'm not yet going to announce them because I am really getting stuff together for these guys, and it's very, very, very exciting.
Well, and you have to have something later to kind of, you got to tease it up a little bit and kind of have something later to tell us about.
Exactly. So, when I was with Haunted Entertainment, I was not an agent at all. I was an event planner and the event coordinator. And, so that is like really a super cool forte for myself, and as I told everybody when they signed up, I'm like, you guys are going to have to give me a minute and so I can train myself in this whole agent thing, but, it's worked out, and, I've become extremely versed in it, and, I'm a people person. I'm a jabberjaw McGraw, as people like to call me, so I've got the gift for gab, and it works out.
You have to be a mouth, that's kind of me. I'm kind of the mouth of the group, is what I tell people. Take me or leave me. We're actually going to get some input from you on the show tonight.
Son.
Are We're getting some grumpy grumps over here. Every once in a while, he'll kind of make his presence known. I'm surprised we got more than just a tattooed arm tonight. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get a leg.
Whoa. We got
sexy.
legs. We got
Sexy.
legs.
Man. Well, and speaking of tattoos.
Yeah, he says I'm sexy for my shorts.
Exactly. I'm gonna have to tell him. We talked a little bit before the show, and I'm gonna have to tell him about his favorite thing that you and I talked about that starts with an S. That's gonna be coming in your shop.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to tell him that. I can't divulge that until after we know what's going on.
Yeah, we can't say on air, so you're gonna have to wait till after the show. See, now he's got something he has to be good for.
Use whatever you want.
Exactly. So tell us, okay, so you've got the talent agency going on. You don't have enough stuff going that you have to now be running a tattoo shop. How does that happen?
Well, that shop originally was owned by my daughter's father, so it's been in business for 30 years. So
Wow.
It landed in our laps when he passed away, obviously, and my daughter and I became partners in it, and now I'm just getting it all together because we were in litigation with his business partner for over 3 years. He was trying to take it away from my daughter, and, I'm a mama bear, and I was just like, oh, hell no, you're not.
Heck yeah.
So,
where was the shop for the 3 years? Was it still running, or was it just kind of in limbo while you guys were trying to get that done?
oh, no, we were actually mobile. We were totally mobile.
Oh my goodness. And so now you've actually got a pretty cool location. I saw you post and you were all excited that the chairs had come in and some of the stuff was coming in. It kind of makes me excited. I can't wait for you to open. And I'm not even in the States.
Yeah, well, you can come on out. We'll give you the homie discount.
And we're going to, I've got a work conference in Vegas in October, and I've got a couple of teams, some people that I've met online that are in California. And I'm like, California's really not that much of a stretch from Vegas to go for the weekend and go hang out a little bit and come back by. So, you know what? I may be looking you up.
Oh, come on out. Come on out. Yeah, we got about almost 4,000 square feet of tattoo godliness. We're just so excited.
That's going to be awesome. So how long, I know you're getting the chairs and everything set up now, so how long until you're officially opening Art to the Bone?
Well, we're looking in about a week and a half. We're in the middle of construction right now, which is stirring some stuff up. This building was built in 1908, and it's in the old arts district of downtown LA, so that makes it super exciting. And, I'm just like, okay, I got to deal with ghosts at home. Now I got to deal with them at the shop. I'm just like, wow.
There's a reason it all happened, You're going to have to start hosting some events out there. Hey, we're closing the shop down. We're going to have a public hunt out here. Don't touch anything, but y'all come out and talk to spirits.
You touch my chairs, you die, right? No, but it's just, it's a lot of fun because, it's like, now it's like, dude, was that an apparition or was it my daughter that just ran past? I have to find out now. I got to yell, who was that?
That's kind of a treat, It's kind of funny how you're in the paranormal and that's kind of how things started for you, and then you end up with this shop that's that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so, we've got a lot of supporters. Actually, like a block away is Mr. Cartoon, who's one of the most notorious and famous artists out here in Los Angeles. Awesome. Which we got to meet his business partner Esteban, who's a famous photographer, actually. And he came into the shop and he thought it was pretty awesome. He's like, wow, this place is huge. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you're talking. They own a whole entire building.
Oh my God. And they're saying that, your place is huge. Well, but maybe it's all in perspective, right?
Right. And, we've got artists coming from all over the United States and also from Brazil who are famous that are going to be doing guest spots there at my shop. So, if anybody out there has a favorite tattoo artist that they've been always wanting to get a tattoo from and they want to come out this way, we'll definitely, give discounts to people who come from out of state to get a tattoo because that's a long way to go. But you know what? It's always worth it, I see in the chat... I see in the chat room people are asking about Kat Von D, but Kat Von D is like over $1,000 an hour, and I'm not trying to take anything away from her, but she's only that expensive because she's been on TV. She's all right. My artist did
Selena's favorite. So Selena got to meet her. She was here for a book signing at one of the local bookstores, and Selena, I swear to God, her Facebook was blowing up that night. And Selena, don't you dare deny it. And she was her picture up being with Kat. So that was a big moment for her. So yeah, we let her have her Kat Von D moments.
Oh, well, Kat Von D was actually really close with my daughter's dad and the guy who managed the shop when he was alive. And, he had brought actually a birthday cake over to her shop on her birthday. And I tried to hit her up when Lou died, my daughter's dad, when he died. And to take my daughter and mine and Lou's daughter under her wing, and she completely ignored me. And so I'm sorry, but I don't feel the love, man. I just it's cool.
That's okay. You know what? All is fair in love and war, right? All's fair. Well, Deegan used to be a tattoo artist. He's a lefty, so all the work that's done on his right arm, he's pretty much done. And I think he did. I'll have to ask him. See, this is what happens when he disappears. I think he did most of his leg work too, but then his left arm, he actually had somebody else do, and he got out of it a couple of years ago. He had a football-related injury that kind of has his arm shaky, so he can't do so much anymore. So that used to be his whole thing. I think he said last count he's got 38 tattoos.
Wow. See, I got 5, but that's all going to change. Yeah, it's all going to change. I'm going to be getting a back piece, like a beautiful back piece of some kind, and then I'm also getting half sleeves on both my arms. And, of course, naturally, it's going to incorporate a little bit of fantasy along with paranormal stuff. I'm all into the whole, sugar skull thing. And one of the things I wanted to do is get 3 sugar skulls together like a little family, and it was going to be a face of mine sugar skull and my daughter and then her father in remembrance, like a memorial to him and his little family, even though we broke up long before she was born. But, it's like...
the love.
Yeah, because without him and what he left behind, we wouldn't have this, so...
You wouldn't have the blessing that you've got now. No, you're so right on that.
Oh, yeah.
That's just too cool. I eventually went to... I had one tattoo, and I had it covered up with a larger one. When my dad passed, I actually... he and I have a connection. That's how I got started in the paranormal. And I see monarchs, and that's my dad's way of coming to me. That was our connection before he passed. That was his message. And so I went and had a large monarch done as my cover-up. And my dad's last words to me through a medium on his deathbed was, "I will always be with you." And because my dad was Hispanic, I had it translated into Spanish and put on my tattoo. So my thing that I want to do now is I kind of want to come down my arm a little bit, but not so much that, I can't cover it with a sleeve because I work in an office, in a corporate office. But I kind of want to do a butterfly for each one of my kids that kind of matches it and kind of comes off it. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, what a lot of people forget is, or they don't even think about is they have, older tattoos, and then they want to get new ones, and they end up saying, nah, because they've got this older one, and then there'll be the new one, and it won't match up. You can get the old ones refurbished, and they'll look amazing.
Recolor them. It's not that hard. I mean, really, it's not that hard, but... I don't know, it seems like in our generation, it seems like tattoos are becoming such a big thing. When I can remember when they were such a taboo, you just didn't have them, and people looked at you weird, and now it's becoming more and more acceptable, and it's almost, I think people used to get them just to have a mark, so to speak, where now we're getting them because they're more meaningful. Everybody's got a story behind their piece now, it seems.
Yeah. And, there's so much more to tattoos than anybody even understands. Yep. And, what they were talking about, we did an episode on paranormal paparazzi, and I did it for Scott Gruenwald. And they were talking about can a spirit be attached to their work, kind of like, a portrait artist or something like Da Vinci or something like that. Does their spirit stay attached to their work? And as far as Lou is concerned, I don't know, but I'll tell you what I've caught as far as anybody and everyone who's had a tattoo done by him in this industry, they hold it so near and dear because he was a legend in this industry out here in Los Angeles, and people really take a lot of pride in having his work on them, and so it's really humbling, and I really feel blessed to have myself in this position, and we're planning on having our grand opening on the date of the anniversary of his death, which is August 28th, to show like a memorial, but yet a celebration of his life.
So was that planned, or did that just kind of happen that way?
You know what? It kind of just fell into place like that. It's really weird. It's just kind of like, serendipitous in a way, because my daughter goes, oh my gosh, okay, so we got like a month and a half, and it's going to be Dad's anniversary. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And she goes, I want the event, the grand opening on that day. And I'm like, let's do it. And so she's like hell-bent to make sure it happens.
Yeah, well, and you know what? Things happen for a reason, so it's almost like it's a blessing. And I wouldn't be surprised if you have a little more activity in the shop that day.
I know.
Everybody come out for a tattoo and stay for the haunting.
And you know what? I'll tell you, like I told you over the phone earlier, this place is only 2 stories, but it is a humongous building. And like the front entrance where you come in, it's kind of like, okay, and you go up the stairs, and it's really cool. And then if you go through the shop and out the back door, you go down this really creepy hallway. And then it takes you down these stairs, and then that's where the flickering light is, and the old stairs.
The experience. The true haunted experience. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was where the first one had happened.
I got a question in the chat room. Somebody's wanting to know how much your artists charge for a portrait tat.
Well, they don't charge anything. It's the shop that charges. So, we don't do it by artist. Right now, we're looking at $150 an hour.
There you go, Selena. So if you guys, again, if y'all are in the chat room, you got any questions, Laura's in the chat room. We can read the questions and we can get to it. We're talking about all sorts of fun stuff tonight. It's just right up our alley. So let's talk about the busy thing that you've got coming up at Victoria's Black Swan Inn in November. I think this is going to be bad to the bone.
It is. There's a lot of things on there that I just put, like if you go to the event page, if you scroll down to all the posts that I've put on there, we're going to actually have a fire dancer. We're going to have, and this woman is also a tattoo artist, and she is gorgeous. She used to be on Baywatch. She is a legitimate, bona fide Baywatch babe, okay? And she is a Latina, and she is a fire dancer, and she's going to put on one heck of a show. And then, we also do have Richard Contreras, as everyone knows, is he's a demonologist, and he's going to be demonstrating how he does his thing, because everybody knows he comes from a long line of Latinos from Mexico, and, his family heritage and stuff like that, and what he does. And he's going to show a demonstration of how he interacts with the spirits through fire. And we're also going to have a drum circle of Native Indians to open up the event with a ceremony to wake up the spirits. And that should be. And we're going to also have like a shrine available for people to bring pictures and set up their own little shrine inside the big shrines or wherever they want to on the property. Because this is a celebration of the dead, anybody that they have that has passed, they can put pictures and flowers, and or in candles, to represent, who they want to honor on this weekend. And and we're also going to have the grand finale on Saturday night, which will be our masquerade ball, which
I saw that. That's going to be cool.
Yes, this is going to be the creme de la creme, and it's also we're going to have a costume contest. I am already working on mine, so I'm super excited.
That'll be cool. So now it's called, and I'm going to, I should know how to pronounce this stuff because I'm part Hispanic, but Dia de los Muertos, isn't that right?
It's Dia de los Muertos.
Muertos. See, I never can get that R right. That's what happens when you let your dad teach you much Spanish. See,
You know, that's my daughter. My daughter's also half Latina, and I call her my Mexicant.
You're Mexican. You know, we call each other coconuts in my family.
Or I also call her my Whitexican.
You're white. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good. Well, you know, I'm kind of just. I want to get out there because I know Kevin Bryan and Justin Eric with Fort Worth Paranormal are going to be there, and I know those guys. And I talk to Jason Musgrove all the time. I've been wanting to get out to Vegas and investigate with him, so I kind of am eager about that. And then Ken Gerhard, and you've got, I mean, a lot of good people. I'm like, man, I cannot miss this one.
And you know what? We're not even done, with the lineup. I'm working on some bigger things, and not to discredit anyone, because everybody has their own unbelievable abilities and what they have to offer to educate the people in the paranormal. But, we're working on some more things, and I am like, I'm so glad I have a lot of hair on my head, girl, because, I'd be pulling it out and stuff, So.
When it's, you can pull from the back, and then the rest kind of covers it, is what I'm kind of like. And then if you pull it up, I got my little clip here, and so when I put my hair up in the clip, you don't realize I got a spot right here. It's kind of a little bit thinner than the rest.
Well, my hairdresser loves me. She's constantly covering up my grays. So I'll tell you, it's just, I wouldn't change anything, though, to be honest with you. This field, as much as I love it and as much drama as it offers, I just love it.
Drama in this field? What are you talking about?
Oh, did I let the cat out of the bag? I just said it.
Oh my gosh. I've been dealing with that kind of drama since I've been in it. And whatever. Drama today with my event being, having to cancel my event. I mean, it's all over the place, I think. You never get away from it, no matter where you are in the para world.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? The bottom line is if they're not talking, you're not doing something right. So,
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be in the position where people are going to talk about me negatively, but you know what? It is what it is, and I'll accept it either way. But, the only thing I ask to anybody, whether it's in the paranormal field, tattoo world, no matter what, if you're going to say it online, be sure you're prepared to say it to my face.
Exactly. Back it up, because that's just the way that I see it. Is if they're talking about you, you're doing something they wish they could do, they want to do, and they can't do, and that's great. And what do they say about publicity? Any kind of publicity is good, whether it's negative or positive. So if you're going to be talking crap about somebody, then other people are going to be like, I wonder what that Laura's doing. And guess what? Laura's doing all these awesome events that people are coming to. So thanks for the free word of mouth.
Exactly.
Works?
Yeah. And hey, if they get too crazy, it just, you know what? I'm a face-to-face kind of girl. I've dealt with it out here. I've had people, or even men, 500 pounds and more, that run from me because they don't want to say anything to my face, and it's okay. That's all right.
Well, that's what happens when you're from Texas, girl. I'm telling you.
Hey, I might wear open-toe shoes, but they turn into a boot tip real quick.
I press my heel and shoop. That's some crazy stuff. But, you got to take the good with the bad. And once you get out there and you start getting into this field, and, even with what you're doing with the tattoo shop, there's always going to be some kind of drama. There's always going to be somebody trying to one-up you. And, when I first started, I used to take it personally, and now I'm just like, okay, whatever, next.
Yeah, I don't put too much, thought into it when people start talking crazy. It's just like, okay. Yeah. What are you gonna do? My guys, they know I'm coming. I'm coming to Parafest. I'm coming to San Antonio. I'm going to Las Vegas. They can find me. I'm not hidden. Let's do this.
We're not Resurrection Talent. You can find me. You'll know exactly where I'm at. The time, the date, and the location. You'll know where I'm at. That's funny.
One of my favorite sayings is, "Don't sing it, baby, bring it." It's just like, and you know what? It is funny. It's funny. I have a good time. I have a mouth on me. Everybody knows it. It's all good. But I will back it up. I'll say it just like I say it right now. You know, but this time I might laugh because I'm like, you really gonna make me repeat myself, really?
Yeah, exactly. See, they talk about walk tall and carry a big stick. I walk tall and carry a big badass. See, I don't have to worry about much. And he's not here for me to be talking about him.
Oh yeah, and I got Jay Lynch in the chat room. He says, "Come a little farther east, please." He already knows I am. You know, it's just a matter. We're actually just trying to nail down an actual date to get out there because they have been like family to me over there, and I am so excited to come and see them. I really do.
That's awesome.
I got to come out and see my little family over there at Post Town. You know, those people are absolutely amazing.
So, Selena wants to know, are you going to be at Phantom Fest in San Antonio?
No, that's going to be before I can get there. I'm actually planning on coming out a week before my show, but I do have, one of my Rodney Hall, who is with The Walking Dead. He's going to be there representing Resurrection, so make sure you guys go stop by.
That's awesome. So there's another question, I don't know if you see it. My friend, the Freak. What's up, Freak? She wants to know, what kind of talent are you looking to sign?
Right now, because I'm pretty much a one-woman army, even though I do have Sean Payne Stowe, who is with Walk in the Darkness and GTN. She's my what do you call her? My Midwest and my East Coast talent coordinator and event coordinator. Is just real tough right now. I'm like kind of topped out, and because the thing is if I get too many people, you know, then everybody doesn't get the proper attention, and somebody will get left in the back burner, and that's not something I want to be known for.
Yep.
But, you know, people come and go. Everybody I've had on my roster so far has been pretty solid, but you never know. So the type of people I look for to bring on board for Resurrection are people who will work as hard as I work. And that's hard to find because a lot of people are just looking for free advertisement, which I will not do. You know, I do only exclusive talent. I do not do non-exclusive because then, you know, they'll sign with this agent and that agent and nobody knows who's doing what, and they will get, there's no loyalty to anybody, so that person gets put on the back burner and we feel like we're getting put on the back burner, so there's, you know, it turns out all bad. So when I bring somebody on board, I like to have them as exclusive and with experience, with something to offer. I'm not trying to look for just somebody who has another story to tell. They have to have something a little different to offer than the next person because everybody's heard that story. You know what I mean? And
You want that uniqueness brought out.
yeah, I mean, I was just sent another email today from another production company who's looking to bring on some of my talent to do a paranormal show. So I get one of those probably every 3 to 4 weeks, and that's no joke.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
and you know, sometimes we end up getting, and I don't know if you've seen them, but, you know, every once in a while we get those emails that come out with people, we're looking for, and I'm like, how credible are you if you're having to email, a mass email out to these people?
Yeah, that's crazy. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's just,
Something reputable.
yeah, well, you know, it's just like my least favorite thing in the world to do is like I'll have an event that I'm promoting for us for Resurrection. I shouldn't have to babysit you guys, you know, so I mean, everybody knows that they're supposed to, you know, push that event just as hard as I do. And it's funny because if I have to send out an email or I make that call, they're like, ah, shit, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I don't ask for a monthly rate, you know. That's not what I do. I get a percentage of whatever appearance fees that they may get, you know, and they have a free option to take off. I give them a 30-day option, you know. No one's tied in for any certain amount of months or years or anything like that because that's not fair to anybody.
Yeah. Well, and things happen and people need to be out, you know what I mean? So it's reasonable that way. It's very reasonable.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I am lucky enough that once I got into Resurrection, once I launched it on Facebook and got the website put up, I had Mark from Ideal Management hit me up and he congratulated me and he's been there for me. and he's there to give me advice. And like everybody who is somebody in the field has all stepped up, and they're like supporting me completely. And that was super humbling. Honest to God, I cried for almost a week when I first started out of happy tears, because I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so incredibly lucky.
Yeah, well, it shows you how well respected you are. You know what I mean?
I'm trying, I mean, if the thing is like sometimes I don't have a filter on my mouth, and I say it how it is, and sometimes the truth hurts on people, but that's a part of the problem with society today, is they don't like to hear the truth when the truth is not positive,
Yeah.
So
well, people tell me that it was funny because being an NPS rep, we kind of have our behind the scenes conversations, and I was told this morning, I put my 2 cents worth in on something, and I was told I wasn't rude, I was just direct. I was just very tactfully direct. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to sugarcoat something for you just so you feel better. If it's black, it's black. If it's white, it's white. I don't believe in anything gray. And I think you get more respect that way. And I think people learn to take you for your worth at that point.
Yeah, well, my favorite thing in the world is like when people come and they want to ask me for representation. I got one, I had, before I went to strictly exclusive, I did have non-exclusive too, and one of my favorite was, well, if we go exclusive, what do you guarantee? I laughed my ass off, okay? I'm like, guarantee? I said, I don't guarantee anything.
Right.
I said, here's the problem. I said, I cannot force anybody to sign you on to their event.
I don't have that kind of power, because if I had that kind of power, I wouldn't be even working. I'd be sitting on the beach, a millionaire, right? Because money would be growing on trees.
That, or I would be considered the biggest whore in the paranormal field. I'm not trying to be that. Somebody else has that title, from what I understand, so I'm going to let her keep that.
Off that topic right there. Off the wall here on DNS Live. Well, and Scott must make those shirts about her, too, because all I ever see is para whore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think even that's hard enough for her. So...
That is bad. So what other events are you working on that are coming up besides the one that's going to be here in San Antonio?
Well, I'm helping out with the Oh man, yeah. Aside from that, I'm actually going to be working on putting one together here in Los Angeles, which I may just have to make it at my building. My goodness, it's so full of activity. We'll see what happens. See, because the landlord there is he's Chinese, and he's like middle aged and super fashion-esque, and
my God. and see a picture of that.
Oh man, he's totally cool, but I'm working on to put one together here in LA. And I have been working on one for the Hinsdale house again, but unfortunately we may have to reschedule that one because the owner of the house, Paranormal Bill Conley, unfortunately just lost his dad. So, he needs some time to heal from that without having to worry about this. So, that's the first time I put it out there. So, because I've been waiting to talk to Bill, but he's such an emotional wreck right now. I can't even get the guy on the phone, so I just have to do it myself, but
I appreciate that too, so.
Yeah, because he knows I'm not giving up on him whatsoever. It's just to push it off until another date. We may have to wait. If we can't do it at the beginning of October before the weather gets too crazy out there, because I don't want a repeat of last year. Like poor Chris Booth was walking through mud in his $400 boots, and I damn near had to piggyback him. It was funny. But, yeah, so I don't want to do that again. So I may have to push it off till spring, which will be fine too.
Be fine.
So, yeah, but just so that everybody knows, it's not being canceled for good, because this is something we want to do yearly. But for right now, he needs to have his moment to grieve and get past his. Yeah,
and that I think everybody would understand that, and the people that don't.
Yeah, they can just...
Are you not human?
Yeah, they can go back in their cave.
Yeah, really. You leave the rest of us alone. Go crawl back underneath that rock.
Yeah, it is what it is, I mean... I I couldn't imagine anybody having to deal with a whole bunch of people and entertaining a bunch of people and keeping control of everything and having that on their mind. You know, because right now he's in Canada, you know, and he's having to deal with the funeral and, you know, and just...
It's a lot. It's a lot. And, you know, it's funny because when I lost my dad, you know, I had a couple of days off work for a bereavement, and then I ended up, you know, I took 2 weeks after that, and it's even hard to get back into just a simple life situation, much less having to worry about running a business and having to be face-to-face with people, too. So, you know, people just need to keep that in mind and kind of not really leave them alone, but leave them alone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, life happens. I mean, like for myself, I'm in a situation right now that just is, I don't wish on anyone, you know. My 92-year-old grandmother decided that she just wanted to go home to die instead of being at the hospital anymore.
I saw that.
And now she says she wants to go back on her medications, and we're like, okay, but it's not going to help unless you go back into the hospital because, I mean, she's just got, her body is shutting down, her platelets. Yeah, I guess your platelets are supposed to be at like 26,000. Hers are like at 1,000.
Yeah, they get real low. We had over the weekend, Deegan's niece turned 7, and she's got stage 4 brain cancer. I decided to wear my shirt today to support Jalen, and it's been rough watching her go through it because they diagnosed her back at the beginning of the year around February, March, and gave her 6 to 24 months to live, and she's 7. So, I mean, it really, it starts hitting home when you've got that kind of stuff going on in your life, and you start trying to, you know, like with you want to spend more time, but you've still got other stuff going on, and it's hard to make everything juggle in life to make things happen. It really is.
Well, yeah, her husband last year died on Mother's Day, and I just made a joke about it. I'm like, leave it to you to make sure we never forget you, you know. And he's just, you know, I ended up, what I did is I pulled up Amazing Grace, or no, I'm sorry, the Lord's Prayer being sung in Apache by a Native Indian with flute, the flute music. And when he was in hospice care, it was like a day before he died, I put it to his ear and played it for him. And he wasn't speaking, and the only thing he was doing, he kept reaching out like to the sky, like he was trying to reach for someone. And when I played that for him, I had my hand in his, and he gave me a squeeze, you know, and that was pretty emotional. And but my old grandma, let me just tell you, even at 92, she's still a spitfire. She's a redheaded lady that just would she can cut her eyes at you now and still make you scared.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes. But I mean, she's ready, but she mentally she's not ready, but emotionally and in her heart she's ready to go because she's tired. But you know, I've got that. I've got the shop. I've got Resurrection. I'm moving now because I got to move close to the shop. I got to be right next to it because, again, I'm a bit of a control freak like that. But, you know,
wow.
I got to be in control of everything. So, you know.
And then trying to run your daughter's life? No, I'm sorry. That's not what you're doing.
Oh, wow.
You know, I don't think, and this goes for everybody out there, you know, my oldest is 22. Don't think Mom doesn't ever continue trying to help you run your life. We're not running it. We're just trying to gently guide you down the path. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I had to take my daughter to ER last night, and I was awake for over 24 hours by the time I got home. So, and here I am.
Here you are, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? That's what energy drinks do for us.
I wish I could blame it on that. You know, that's one of the things. Is one of our sponsors for Resurrection is Cocaine Energy Drink. Now, it doesn't have cocaine in it. Okay. It's just but let me tell you, it's got a higher content of caffeine than anything on the market, but it's been scientifically modified not to give you heart palpitations. And I have them at all of our events.
Wow.
And you know, and they taste amazing. Oh yeah, they are amazing. Let me tell you. And then the blue can one, if you put it in a clear glass with ice, it's pink. It's hot pink, and if you put it under black light, it glows. It's so cool.
Okay, we're going to have to try that out then.
It will be at the Dia de los Muertos event, and it's going to, when we have the masquerade ball, there will be cocktails, and one of them is going to have that, you know, cocaine energy drink in it, and, you know, we're going to come up with some cool eventive name for it.
Gotta have some vodka with that. You know,
you certainly can't.
Huge big vodka. Okay, so there's a message in the there's a question in the chat room, and I'm waiting, Selena. I know you sent me a message. I'm waiting for my phone to connect to give me the rest of it. The question was, is there a local team filming a new show or scheduled to? Local being the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Have you heard anything about that?
No. I know that I have some people that are out in Texas over there that are working on a show, but not a specific team. I have individuals.
Just individuals that are working on it.
Yeah.
The question was if there was a team. So, and I hadn't even heard anything about it. So, Selena, you need to start sharing some information with me, girl. We were just talking earlier today. In my own backyard, I don't even know. I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm originally from Houston, so.
I see. That's where I was born too. I'm a Houston girl too.
Oh yeah.
Now Selena's wanting to know: can you get some Mary Jane energy drinks? What are Mary Jane energy drinks? I hadn't even heard of those.
I don't know what that is. Mary Jane out here means marijuana.
Selena,
I don't have any of that.
It might be a good drink. It might be a good drink, but it tastes like crap.
Do what, Eric?
I said it might be a good drink, but it would taste like crap if it was made of marijuana.
Oh my God.
Thank you. So do you guys have any more questions for Laura in the chat room? We got probably about another 15 minutes, so y'all type fast and get them in there. And let us know. They're so funny in there.
Selena's cracking me up in there.
I know. Selena's a hoot, man. Selena, you get the three of us together, and there's always some kind of trouble brewing.
Oh, man, I can't wait to see all you guys over at the event in San Antonio. Let me just tell you.
Angelica's going to be there. I cannot wait to see her. I have not seen her since we filmed the Alone episode for NPS up here at Hill House, so I can't wait to hang out with her again.
Who was that?
Angelica.
Oh, love her. Okay, let me just tell you.
Oh, I know. We hit it right off the bat. I love her. I love her.
Oh, I met her and Victor Salazar out here when they filmed for My Ghost Story, which will be coming up. The episode of My Ghost Story is scheduled, I believe, for the 4th or 5th of this coming month. Nice. And then after that, they're also having, I think it is a haunting or something or paranormal. What is that? I got it right here on my TV. Hold on. I can't even think. I'm so tired. Remember, 24 hours no sleep.
Oh my
Paranormal Witness. And, oh, yeah. Ghost Adventures. Thank you, Vicki Lynn. You're a doll. August 16th. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Because I knew they had filmed out there. I just didn't know when they were going to be airing it.
Yeah, so August 16th for Ghost Adventures at the Victoria's Black Swan Inn, and then also My Ghost Story featuring Victor and Angelica for the Victoria's Black Swan Inn on August 5th. So it's perfect timing because, it's right there, right before we get our event together. So, what we're going to do now, I just want to make it perfectly clear about this event. There is a weekend pass and there are day passes. And then there's going to be ghost tours that come with that.
And then there's ball separate too, right?
Well, there's also the VIP investigation, which will be happening. There's only 40 tickets available, and that's a separate charge. And then the masquerade ball is also a separate charge.
So
and that
little thing.
The masquerade ball comes with dinner and entertainment and dancing, the whole bit.
What?
What did he say?
So, y'all, I'm looking at the chat room, but not to take away what we were talking about. He's not making a margarita. He's in here making a shake, and he chooses to do it right in the middle of the show because
I was wondering what that was.
He has no respect for coming in here and being on the show. I think I'm going to rename the show just to S Live because there is no D involved unless he's back here making shakes.
Well, that's how he keeps his tattoos clean.
Something, I don't know. He was talking some shit about sugar skulls is all I heard. That's what made me stop and recognize him.
I want a giant sugar skull to hang in my room.
You want a giant sugar skull to hang in our room?
Yeah.
Along with the airsoft guns? Chirp, 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 chirp.
Oh my gosh.
And wrap up the show? You see what I gotta work with? God.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Well, it looks like me that the other two girls are going to be coming down for San Antonio. I'm going to grab Selena and I'm going to grab Freak, and we're going to come down and hang out. I think we're going to do that.
I'm going to be there a week in advance too. So
awesome.
Yeah, cause I'm going to be there to help. What's that?
We may have to go hang out on the Riverwalk.
Oh, I think so. And if you guys want to possibly help out and stuff, we would be more than happy to have you, do that, and we'll help you out as far as getting you in there and stuff like that.
Absolutely. November's going to be crazy. Thank you, Kim, for reminding me. November's going to be crazy. We actually have Penn is going to be sponsoring Haunted Holidays out in Marshall the following weekend. So we've got a lot of cool Texas stuff coming up. And we actually, DNS is going to be out there at the Haunted Holidays as well. We've not been to Marshall. We missed the event that was out there last year, so we get to go this year. Oh, Penn and Art. I'm sorry, I forgot about Art on that deal. But it's going to be pretty unique this year. They're going to have some vendors out there where we can shop and eat, and we're going to investigate, and it's just going to be a whole lot of fun. I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. And, we're going to, I just took care of some things for my website to my webmaster today. So he's got a lot of work ahead of him, and he's going to be updating everything on the website. So we're going to have the Victoria's Black Swan Inn event on there, and all the information, and all my new people that I've brought on board since the last time he did anything on there, because I've been so busy. I've just been slacking, and I apologize, but I keep the Facebook page up to date, just not my website as much.
It's easier to keep Facebook up to date. We're not webmasters or anything like that.
Yeah, but everybody can check it out on resurrectiontalentllc.com, and if you need to contact me, there's a contact link on there, and I'll get it right away. And you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Lara, Lara.Calhoun, CALHOUN. And also go to the fan page for Resurrection. It's facebook.com/Resurrection Talent LLC. And then also Art to the Bone. Facebook.com/Art to the Bone. And we're putting up all the updates and stuff on there as well. So,
are you going to do a website for Art to the Bone too?
Yes. My daughter's more of a control freak than me, and she's working on that. So,
to find you. See, you're not going to be able to hide much.
Yeah, you know what? I know how to hide, and when I do, people are like, "Holy shit, where'd she go?"
Hey, I got your number now. I'm just going to text you. Where the hell are you?
I got yours too. I already locked you in, lady. You're in trouble now.
Oh man, well I always have it with me. Deegan will tell you my phone hardly ever leaves my side. If it does, there's a problem.
Oh, you should have seen me. I got a brand new droid, and I had it for 3 weeks, and it completely died. I ran into Verizon. I said, "Fix it and fix it now." And they gave me a BlackBerry, and I flipped out. I'm like, "Are you joking right now?" And they had my phone to me within less than 24 hours because I made such a stink. I go, "I will kill somebody. You don't understand."
Yeah, we get attached to our phones. I was having a conversation with a friend the other night.
She gives new meaning to the word Palm Pilot with her phone, so.
Wow, how old school is a Palm Pilot?
How old are you?
Damn. You just keep on making the pokes about me being older than you. I'm going to go send you to your room and treat you like a child.
Oh my.
See what I got to deal with here? See the shit I got to deal
I'm
with?
drinking my youth shake, so.
Yeah, you go drink your youth shake. We always have so much fun in our house. You never know. And you go out and investigate with us, and it's even better. It's even better.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Oh, you know, we could probably, if I could get him to stay on the camera long enough, we could probably run our own comedy show for an hour.
Probably. That would be fun.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
What do you need?
What do you need? Do you want to close out the show? Do you want to make yourself useful?
Hey, at least he's not shy.
Dude.
Wow.
What is that?
That is feedback. And it's like everything. I think my internet just blipped down here.
Wow.
There we are.
There we are. And we're back. It's the best thing about live TV. See what you did, Dan?
Hey, Laura, can you read this? This explains
No,
everything.
come up here to the camera.
Can you read that?
It says don't. Oh no, decaf, right?
Yeah.
Don't give a
Don't give a flip. Yeah.
No, it means
Right.
just always forgive.
Don't always forget.
Oh,
Good try, tough guy. Good try.
I have to give you kudos because he's actually wrapping up the show, man. We're going to have to, showcase this show, Laura.
I know,
I'll have to
right?
send you some money later for that, right?
What does he want?
Oh, he's sitting in here thinking now.
Oh God.
He
Only
says,
kidding.
We're going to go out and explore Vegas. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to hook up. I'll tell you what, I'll get a hold of you, though, for sure, for San Antonio. We'll come out and help you with that. You'll get to see the comedian in person.
Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be. People don't understand. I'm so gonna have fun.
We will have such a good time. You're going to be back in your home state. Why wouldn't you have fun?
I know, right? I haven't been back there in 17 years.
Ever, right? We'll have fun. We'll hook that up. Well, all right, we've got about 4 minutes. So you've told everybody how to find you with Resurrection. You've told everybody to find you with Art to the Bone. You guys, if y'all missed it before the spirits took over, you can look her up on Facebook. You can look on my page. I'll start sending links and on the crew page. San Antonio is like clean Houston. Yeah. You see we're not in Houston anymore, right, Yeti? There's a reason. So anyway, well, Laura, I'm going to have you on the show again after you get Art to the Bone going because I want to hear not just about the business, but I want to hear and see if anything happens at the shop while you guys are there. I think that's going to be so badass.
Just dropped her.
Did we lose her?
We lost her.
Oh, we lost Laura. Well, Laura, thank you for being on the show. I'm sure you're still in the chat room. Yep, the spirits took over. Something's not been letting us communicate here at the very end. So want to thank Laura. Laura, we'll get you back on the show after Art to the Bone's open. I'm going to go ahead and close out the show, and we'll thank our sponsors. So we'll run our sponsor ads, and Laura will send you some love. So we'll start with thanking Bravo Photography, Martin Bravo. You guys go over there and look him up. He's been doing some stuff lately. That's kind of crazy and off the wall, and we're going to have a show with him. We're going to have a show with him here coming up pretty soon, and we're going to be behind the scenes seeing what he does with some of his photography work, so y'all be looking for that. Body by Vi. Want to give a shout out to our shakes that Deegan's drinking. First Cash Pond, not too much longer. We're going to have our thermal out, and you guys will get to see that.
When we drop them.
That's nice. Thanks for saying that on the air. Anyway, and then we want to give a shout out to Jeremy at Paranologies. We've got some cool stuff coming up with Paranologies. Jeremy's working on some new stuff that you guys should be seeing probably within the next 6 to 8 months that he's working on. We want to thank Scott Frederick Photography for all of the awesome work. Scott's moving his location, so we'll be seeing some more of him hopefully soon. And we also want to let you guys know that there are sponsorships still available on the show. So if you want to be advertised here and on the website and so forth, then go ahead and give us a message on Facebook, or you can email us at dsparanormalcrew@yahoo.com. So, yes.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. She's back. Man, what's up with that? So, Laura, we wanted to say thank you for being on the show. We just ran through all of our sponsors, and we're definitely going to get you back on once Art to the Bones open, because I want to hear some stories from that place.
Absolutely.
And make sure we get that done, so we'll get you back on, and we'll definitely see you at Black Swan Inn. I see a note going out that we want to give some love out to Jeremy's girlfriend, Pam. She had surgery yesterday, so you guys keep her in your prayers. I'm sure everything went well, so be thinking about her. Next week on the show, we're going to have Michael Graves. We'll have a little bit of fun with him. He's been hitting me up for a couple weeks about being on the show, so I'm kind of...
Wait. Michael Graves?
Michael Graves. Crazy.
I'm just so totally jealous right now.
Why? He's so cool. He's so funny.
I've been trying to get him on my show for a year. I can't get anybody to email me back.
Oh, well, this is Michael Graves. That's, I think he's here. Oh, God. Where was he? Because he was here for Unity Fest. And we got to meet with him. Whatever. He doesn't need to be down there. So, anyway. Well, we're going to wrap up the show because Deegan's getting ready to sit down, and I'm kind of scared about what else he's got to say. So we'll wrap it up, guys. Yeah, Michael was at Catfish on Saturday doing a big event, too. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap up the show. Laura, thanks for being on. I'll get with you tomorrow about some stuff with San Antonio, and we'll get it all hooked up, girl.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, listening, and I will be back.
Yes, you will. And on that, we will see you guys next week.
Thank you so much.